Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Robin.
Happy to see you.
Happy to see you always.
So, I'm really excited. Today, we're doing X, and this to me is one of the fundamentals that I check for each and every person kind of automatically before an energy session. And I don't think it's something that a lot of people think about, but it's X for energy crossing. And I actually often do this too. So when we're healthy and in the flow, our energy crosses side to side. So the right brain controls the left side of the body, left brain controls the right side of the body. So there's big crossings, and then there's little teeny tiny crossings, like in DNA. And it's just super important. We get the right and the left, right brain and left brain working together. And like people who can see energy, there's lots of crossings, right? So we did like that infinity loop, but crossing is super important. And one time years ago, I was at a lecture, and Donna Eden said, she was talking about this, and she said, and people whose energy isn't crossing, um, she said, well, usually, like if you have an immune disorder or people who are depressed, their energy, often is so not crossing what they call it homolateral, so or parallel, more running up and down. She said they'll be homolateral. And to me, it was like a light bulb. It's like, wow, that means if you're depressed, let's check. Let's check the energy crossing side to side, like which comes first, right? Maybe people who are feeling depressed have this energy pattern, so it's harder to get out of it. Or if your body has an immune thing going on, I don't want to say disorder, but if it has that, then maybe this could be a basic helping thing. So, if you know muscle testing, so the way I test, I'll test you, okay? You're probably just,
Okay.
so how she taught us, she had a big sign, like a big black sign. She said, hold it up over your head, look at it, and muscle test. So, but I just do this with my hands. So Patrick is energy is crossing, and then just to make sure, you could do big black parallel lines. And if I test that for Patrick's energy, there's no strength there because your energy is crossing. And it can go in and out. It can change. I remember for me, it's a feeling of just a little out of it. Like if you ever feel just a little out of it. I remember once, I didn't really know what was up. I just felt kind of not like myself, a little out of it. And I was in the shower and I had the idea, oh, I should check my energy. And sure enough, it was homolateral. And so I did the exercise. And as I did it, I could feel the shift. It's almost like it slid in. And I was like, so anything, and there are several techniques, anything that crosses the energy side to side is good. And that's like for children in some schools and in brain gym, they do big crossing, across the midline. And it's really because they've done the science of it, it gets the brain working better. But a simple way is just to take your um, hand from your shoulder to the opposite hip. So you can do that while you're sitting, shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip. If you're standing up, or even you can do this, even people in a wheelchair, you take the opposite hand and you march and you just tap and that's why I like going for a walk is very good and very healthy. Although it if you are homolateral, it can be tiring. That can be another way to tell. So basically that's it. This marching and tapping the other knee often will get it in if your energy is in the habit of crossing. if it's kind of a chronic condition, your body's not going to like it. It's like speaking a different language. So in this case, you start, we'll just do it. You start on the same side. So the right hand to the right, left hand to the left. And what this does is you're kind of talking your body's language. You're like, "Hi, I know you're parallel and I'm hooking into you." So you do 12 of those and then you pause and now you switch because it's like now you've kind of got the energy in hand and now you can switch it. So you do 12 crossing. And if anybody wants a handout on this, I have a great handout. And then you go back and you do 12 of the same. And then you do 12 switching, 12 of the same, 12 switching, and then you end with an extra set of the switching, of the crossing, kind of to lock it in place. And so if you feel like this is a chronic condition, or you can tell for yourself that you have that longer version, it does take a few minutes more, but it's actually fun if you do it walking, walking around the house. That's what I used to do rather than sitting. It can brighten your day. It can give you more of yourself. It is absolutely wonderful and essential to have that energy crossing side to side. And another way, if you can't muscle test, once you know about this, you'll see it all the time. So if you were to play a game with your children like Mother May I, or just pretend like you're going to take a great big giant step, really big, and would you naturally go the same arm and same leg, or would you naturally go the other one?
Mm.
So you can do this without knowing muscle testing. You can kind of check your body, even if you're walking. See how your arms and legs, if they're swinging together or opposite. And anytime you can have that little opportunity to switch the energy across. If you have any eye issues, doing figure eights around the eyes is also good to get the energy crossing. Or if you have a stomach ache, you could do the energy crossing, but this basic energy crossing is fabulous. It's essential. It'll give you more of yourself, literally.
Well, I love it. I completely agree. And it's something I do every morning as part of Donna Eden's morning energy exercises. I do both this crossing and also the hand to the opposite knee. So every morning when I wake up, and I'm often groggy when I wake up, I do the crossings, and
Oh,
I
I didn't know
find
that.
it really helps me.
That's great. And so the good thing about energy is energy does have patterns. So once you kind of get it in there, everybody can test for themselves. But I don't consciously do it every day now, though I did for a long time. But good for you for doing her daily energy routine. We'll put a link to that in the information below too, because it's really helpful to it's a tune up, right? Just like we tune up our cars, we tune up our energy.
It is, and whether or not your energy is crossing when you begin the exercise, it's reinforcing it. It's kind of reminding your body this is how energy flows. So it's certainly not going to hurt. And in my experience, even if my energy is already crossing, it's still helpful.
It is. Cheers to good energy.
Cheers to good energy.